stay with Dawn because today we are going to chat about the top 5 moments and matches that occurred at the WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view event on the WWE Network. Now, before we get started, by all means check this out. It doesn't matter how you do, just check out the entire pay-per-view. It made an impressive impression on me because building up to this show, it did not feel like it was going to be a good one. Once you get to the event, it was awesome. But let's break down my top 5 moments and matches that occurred at that event. So let's get this started. Here we go. Now we start off with the Tag Team Championships, which were on the line. Your current Tag Team Champions, The New Day, Big E and Kofi Kingston, went up against the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon. Now, some of the greatest moments of this match were the Dudley Boys doing their trademark moves such as the What's Up, and of course some of their other moves as well. Now, during one section of the match, the Dudley Boys messed up one move, which was interesting because they never really do that, but they were about to do a move and they messed it up. The crowd was like, boo, and Bubba Ray was like, oh no, and then he just starts punching the person who was in the ring and just got out and stayed on the apron. We saw Kofi Kingston portraying Eddie Guerrero as he went outside, got the trombone. While the referee's back was turned, he tried to throw it at Bubba Ray. Then Kofi forced himself onto the ground, making the referee think that Bubba Ray hit him with the trombone, but then the referee turned around, the crowd was like, oh no, 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 and then Bubba Ray was like, no, no, it wasn't me, and then we continued on, and eventually the referee did not call for the bell, although it was a little bit skeptical because I would have thought they would have called the bell for that, but nonetheless, Kofi got distracted by the referee due to the unfairness of what happened there. When Kofi turned around, he got a reverse neckbreaker, landed onto him, but that still could not pick up the victory. So in the ending seconds of the match, Big E took out Devon, Kofi Kingston caught Bubba Ray Dudley with the Trouble in Paradise, and picked up the victory for the New Day, which are still your Tag Team Champions. And what a match that was. Although there were a few messed up stuff there, I still thought it did deserve to be on the top 5 moments and matches. We kicked off the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view event with John Cena's appearance, then announcing that yes, he is defending his title and he wants anybody to step up to the challenge and compete for his United States Championship. So he says it is time, and then he mentions Tony Chimel, which is the former SmackDown announcer, and then he mentions, come on, you want some, to get some. Then all of a sudden, it is Zeb Coulter that comes out. I thought Jack Swagger was going to come out because of the theme song that Zeb Coulter would come out to. But what would have been smarter is if they would have just got Zeb Coulter out on his scooter alone, much like what they do to the Paul Heyman appearances. So then Zeb Coulter comes out, he believes that everybody has a chance, and he says he does not discriminate other people for their culture or anything else. So what could that mean? Well, of course that means that he is introducing the man who is going to defeat John Cena for the United States Championship. And who is it? Well, it is former Lucha Underground superstar and AAA wrestler Alberto Del Rio. That is right, folks. Alberto Del Rio made his return, and what a surprise it was. In this picture, you can see that he's trying to copy The Rock, but yes, what a surprise it was. I unfortunately got a little bit spoiled because I read some of my messages on my YouTube channel, and I went to go check it, and of course, it mentioned Albert. And once I saw Albert, I was like, then once I saw that, I just closed my iPad and I immediately thought it is Alberto Del Rio that is returning. So unfortunately for me, but why do I check messages while the pay-per-view is on? That is on my fault. So let's continue on. Alberto Del Rio makes his return. Now, some of the moments during the match, Alberto Del Rio was coming off the top rope almost every time. So he was doing a lot of axe handles, hitting John Cena and connecting as well. In the ending moments of the match, that's right, we're going to break this down real quick. In the ending moments, John Cena went for the attitude adjustment. Unfortunately, Del Rio slipped behind him, gave him the backstabber. Then not long after that, he went for a super kick, which connected. John Cena is on the ground. He gets pinned. 1, 2, 3, and your new United States champion is Alberto Del Rio. Now let me give you my thoughts on this match. This match was the start of the pay-per-view, which was okay because everybody was on their seats waiting for who's going to challenge John Cena. If you haven't seen my top 5 opponents that John Cena could face at Hell in a Cell, be sure to refer to that video. It is on your screen and is also in the description box below. make sure to check that out, because I believe my top 5 opponents that could have faced John Cena at this pay-per-view would have been better. Carlito, Samoa Joe, Ronda Rousey, as people wanted to point out in the description of that video. Yes, of course, I put Ronda Rousey. I didn't know anybody was going to see that, but hey, that's good for me because I have people that want to check out everything, including descriptions. Alberto Del Rio is good. I would have liked it better if he came out refreshed, where he had all his cars, he was portraying a rich person. It would have been much better, but then again, he had another stack of wheels that announced him out, so, you know, it's pretty much the same thing. That is right, it is the Divas match, and what a surprise to me, what a surprise exactly, because this is Nikki Bella versus Charlotte for the Divas Championship. As you see Nikki Bella going for a one-legged crab there, stretching the leg of Charlotte all the way almost to the back of her head, which shows you the flexibility that Charlotte has and also shows you the power that Nikki Bella can force onto another person. Charlotte, Nikki Bella, they went to the top rope. It looked like Nikki Bella was going to go for some kind of German or something off the top rope, but it turned out to be that Charlotte almost tried to reverse it, but unfortunately didn't land it properly. Charlotte tried to reverse, perhaps trying to land on her legs, but it did not work out. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. Then we also go towards the outside where Charlotte got knocked into the apron from a Alabama slam from Nikki Bella, which was awesome. And then after finishing that move, she was smiling to the camera. She was like,
"Yeah, that's right, I did it. I gave her an Alabama slam right onto the apron."
And then we go back into the ring and Charlotte applies the figure 8 and eventually it makes Nikki Bella tap out. And Charlotte will continue her reign as Divas Champion. For the second best match of the night, it has to go to the Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns in a Hell in a Cell match. By all means, this is one of the best matches of the night. Now, during the match, we saw heaps of weapons being brought out, kendo sticks, as you see there, Bray Wyatt taunting Roman Reigns on the ground with a kendo stick. Then we also saw some smart weapon positioning right here, as you see Bray Wyatt wedging that chair into the cell. Multiple tables being broken, as you see here, a Uranagi off the apron onto the table on the outside, which was awesome. Not long after that, we saw Bray Wyatt getting powerbombed onto a table on the inside, and then not long after that we saw a running spear on the apron off onto a table onto the outside. Bray Wyatt tried to position Roman Reigns and smack his face right into the edge of that, but Roman Reigns reversed it and smacked Bray Wyatt's face into it, and then not long after that went for the spear and went for the 1, 2, 3, and Roman Reigns was the winner of the match. And the only way to settle the score would be a Hell in a Cell match, so by all means, a great match there from Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. You cannot say a Brock Lesnar match does not deserve to be in a top 5, or at least in that top 3. Now look at this, this is my number 1. It is Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, of course, in a Hell in a Cell match. Now we started it off with brutal shots from both men, but then it went to the outside and Brock Lesnar had his head forced right into the post, which caused a little bit of blood. His blood is trickling down his face and the doctor had to come in and check his face and wipe off any excess blood that is coming out. Brock Lesnar landed a chair shot to the head, or as to what the commentator said, to the jaw of The Undertaker. Holy crap, that was awesome. A headshot / jaw shot from Brock Lesnar with a chair. Devastating. Oh my god, that was awesome. We haven't seen a chair shot to the head in a while. And if you remember a while back when it was Triple H versus The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell, I believe, that is where Triple H landed a chair shot to the head to The Undertaker, and I believe Triple H got fined for that, at least 100-something thousand. If you remember that, I don't know how Brock Lesnar will face the consequences for this, but I believe it was good. There should be no backlash on this because it suited the match. Brock Lesnar just brutally decimates The Undertaker, and somewhere down the line during the match he starts bleeding. We also see an attempted Hell's Gate applied onto Brock Lesnar, and remember what happened when that was applied at SummerSlam. But no, Brock Lesnar found his way out of it and started raining down with punches onto The Undertaker. He also exposed one of his hands, ripped the gloves off, and then started wailing onto The Undertaker. Now we go to the final minutes of the match where Brock Lesnar rips the mat off the canvas and exposes the wood. Undertaker capitalized on that distraction and went for the choke slam onto Brock Lesnar onto that wood that is exposed from the ring. Now that did not take out Brock Lesnar, so The Undertaker went for another kill and went for the tombstone. Crossed the arms, counted the 1, the 2, and Brock Lesnar kicked out. The Undertaker's stunned. The Undertaker was like,
how did that happen?
So then The Undertaker adds insult to injury. He is about to symbolize that, yes, this is the end, as he does his taunt. But Brock Lesnar was playing possum, and he went for the low blow, a variation of what happened at SummerSlam, and then so that led to a F5 onto that wooden canvas, which led to the 1, 2, 3, and your winner is Brock Lesnar. What a match, folks. What a show. So as the match ended, The Undertaker was left alone in the ring. He stood up to a well-deserving ovation from the crowd. Everybody was clapping for him. Everybody was saying thank you, Taker. Everybody was showing respect. But then the lights go out and 4 men appeared around The Undertaker. That's right, the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman, all surrounding The Undertaker, and then eventually beat him down, and all 4 men dragged him out, symbolizing that this is the end of The Undertaker. So that is the show. That was the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. That was the end of the top 5 matches and moments. I hope you went to enjoy. Make sure to leave a like down below and a comment to let me know what you thought of the entire video, and until next time, thanks for watching. The name is Dawn Day Evolution, the solution to the gaming community which is littered with pollution. The most electrifying man in all of entertainment. No, I'm not quoting The Rock, I'm just making a statement. I am educated, dedicated, never duplicated. If you stand in my way, you're about to be eliminated. See, a life lesson is just to be on top. I live by my motto and just
defeat all odds.